Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Fall Classic. The 1983 Pennant race is on the air. Today's date is September 6, 1983. We are at County Stadium for a very important matchup between the New York Yankees and the Milwaukee Brewers. Let's take a look and see the standings as they are now on September 6th. In the American League East, the New York Yankees have a 5.5 game lead on the Baltimore Orioles. The Yankees are also right now the number one overall seed at this time in the entire league. The Detroit Tigers are in third place, 2.5 back of Baltimore. They have a 2.5 game lead on the Milwaukee Brewers, who are right now in fourth. The Brewers are fighting for their playoff lives. In the American League West, the Chicago White Sox have a 10-game lead on the Rangers. And right now, it looks like no one's going to catch the White Sox. They should wrap that division up pretty soon. The National League East, the Philadelphia Phillies, a 2.5 game lead on the Expos. The Pirates are in third place, 17.5 back of Phillies. The Pirates right now are the only team that maybe has a shot at getting in there, but they're 5 games under 500. Pittsburgh's got to win some games. In the National League West, the Atlanta Braves, they should win that division pretty soon. They have a 9.5 game lead on the Dodgers. San Diego Padres are 1 game back of the Dodgers for second. The Houston Astros are back in this race. They are 1 game above 500 and only 1 game behind the Padres for third. So right now, a lot of things can happen here as we move closer and closer to the final week. Tonight, it's all about the American League East between the Milwaukee Brewers and the New York Yankees. Ron McGrath, Joel Turney, David Vega, and Ben Witz are first to join us here at County Stadium. The Brewers historically won this game 6-3. The Brewers had 8 hits and 3 errors. Pretty an ugly result. And the Yankees had 4 hits and an error. We are playing Fall Classic Baseball tonight and Inside Pitch, of course, tomorrow night. So let's see what will happen tonight. So hopefully you guys will enjoy for a great game of baseball. Fast action cards are to the side. We will use them if we need to. And we are set and ready to go. What will happen in tonight's game between the Yankees and the Brewers? Only the dice and the cards know the answer. Let's see what we get here. Starting pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers tonight is Pete Vuckovich. He only played in 3 games, started 3 games in 83, 30 years old. He had no wins and 2 losses, a 1.76 whip. Vuckovich, however, only gave up 2 earned runs in the actual game. So he will be an A pitcher tonight, which could be very interesting with a pitcher that really had a rough outing. So Vuckovich is an A pitcher for the Brewers. Mike Terra Supernova now joins us here at County Stadium. So we are set and ready to go. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Yankees is the second baseman, Willie Randolph. And some people think he belongs in the Hall of Fame. Debatable. 279 average, 2 homers, 38 RBIs in 83. We're going to use blue, white, and yellow dice. Brewers are the home team tonight. And we are set and ready for a big game between the Yankees and the Brewers. Vuckovich is set. Everyone is ready to go. Let's see what happens tonight. 55, and that is going to be a base hit for Willie Randolph. He'll lead off with a single, and Randolph will get the first. So a leadoff hit by Randolph, and he does get the steal sign. And he'll probably be going here. Let's have a look. Randolph does get the steal sign. And let's see, Vuckovich has an average arm rating, and Randolph a chance, and Vuckovich is a righty. So a 1-2, Randolph does not get the jump. It is a 6, and he does get the jump. So Randolph is on his way to second base, and his stolen base rating's a 15. Milwaukee's catcher, Yost, has a weak arm. So that's going to give him an extra plus. That is going to give him an extra +2. So a 1-17, Randolph is safe. And that's a 1. It's a possible error on Yost. His error rating is a 2. He will not make an error, but Randolph is safe at second base. So Randolph will get a stolen base, and he'll head to second there. And now we'll see what happens here. Next batter is the first baseman, Ken Griffey. 306 average, 11 homers, 46 RBIs in 83. Randolph on at second. Vuckovich will pitch. 61, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. First strikeout for Vuckovich. He had only 10 in 83. So really not a strikeout pitcher. Next up is the left fielder, Hall of Famer, Mr. May, Dave Winfield. 283 average, 32 homers, 116 RBIs in 83. That's a heck of a year. Harvey Keene, manager of the Brewers. Billy Martin, manager of the Yankees. Yes, that's ex-Brewers manager Ned Yost during the catching. And isn't that also the same Ned Yost that helped the Kansas City Royals win the didn't he help them win the 2015 World Series against my Mets? I think that's the same guy. Randolph on at second. Vuckovich with the pitch. 44, and that's going to, a 1-9's a double. That's an 8, and that's exactly what it's going to be. Winfield will have himself an RBI double. Randolph comes around. He will score, and the Yankees have a quick 1-0 lead. So the Yankees drop on the board first on an RBI double by Winfield. And now here's the third baseman, Greg Nettles. Hall of the Very Good. I have no problem with putting him in there. 266 average, 20 homers, 75 RBIs. Vuckovich will pitch. 13, that's going to be an out. It's going to be an out, and he's batting left. That's going to be a ground ball to second base. Winfield will easily get to third. That's the first out of the game, as a matter of fact. And it's a ground out to second. That'll be handled by Jim Gantner. Actually, it's the second out of the game. My bad. He did get a strikeout. And there are 2 away, but Winfield goes to third. And now we'll see the New York designated hitter, Don Baylor. 303 average, 21 homers, 85 RBIs. No, not yet. Winfield on at third. 2 outs here, top of the first, 1-0 in favor of the Yanks. Vuckovich will go ahead and pitch. And that's a 42, and that is going to be a walk. He will walk Baylor, and Baylor trots to first. First walk given up by Vuckovich. He must have had a lot of them. He has walks across his entire card. And now the Yankees will send up the right fielder, Steve Kemp. 241 average, 12 homers, 49 RBIs. Runners at the corners. Vuckovich will go ahead and pitch to Kemp. And that's a 16, and that is going to be an out. And that's going to be a grounder to first base, taken care of by Cecil Cooper. Vuckovich will come over and receive the play, and that will retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits, a steal and a walk. And we go to the bottom of the first with the Yankees a quick lead. Starting pitcher for the New York Yankees tonight, Dave Rags Righetti. 14 wins, 8 losses, a 120 whip in 83. Righetti, however, gave up around, well, let's put it this way. Tonight, Righetti is going to be a B pitcher. He did not have that great an outing in this game historically. So Vuckovich is an A, and Righetti is a B. Leading off for the Brewers is the third baseman, Paul Molitor. And I still say the best DH in history. 270 average, 15 homers, 6 RBIs. I'm sorry, 15 homers, 47 RBIs. And Paul Molitor will lead off against Righetti. 1-0 here. Pitch from Rags. And that is going to be an 11. A 1-14 is a walk. That's a 5. It's ball 4. So Righetti will go ahead and give up the walk to Molly. And that's a leadoff walk for him. He has the steal sign as well. He has the steal sign. Righetti is a lefty, though, and he has a strong arm. So let's see what we get here. 1-4, a 1-4. Molitor does not get the jump, and he does not. Molitor will stay at first base. And now the batter is the right fielder, Charlie Moore. 284 average, 2 homers, 49 RBIs. Molitor on at first. Rags will pitch. 61, swing and a miss, struck him out. He'll go ahead and get more. First strikeout for Rags. He had 169 of them that year. And now the batter is the shortstop, Hall of Famer, Robin Yount. Absolutely. 308 average, 17 homers, 80 RBIs that season. Molitor on at first. Does he try to get the steal again? He did get the steal sign in this case. Let's see. Robin Yount has a hit and run rating of A. Doug Hunt joins us here at County Stadium. I'm gonna let Yount swing. Righetti, 62, and that is gonna be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. He gets Yount. Second strikeout for Rags, 2 down. And now the very dangerous first baseman, Cecil Cooper. 307 average, 30 homers, 126 RBIs. Molitor is on first. Righetti. Molitor is not going to go. Righetti will pitch. 25, and that is going to be a fly ball to left field. Dave Winfield's going to come under that. He'll make the catch and retire the side. Nothing across except a walk. 1-0 Yankees after 1. Top of the second. And leading off for the Yanks will be the shortstop, Roy Smalley. 275 average, 18 homers, 62 RBIs that season. D. Scott Howard, the Goat Whisperer, joins us here at County Stadium. Vuckovich will pitch. 54, and that's going to be a bases empty wild, and that's going to be a single to right field. Now roll for an error rating for an extra base. Right fielder for the Brewers is Moore. His error rating is a 6. That's a 3. He's going to make an error out there, and Smalley's going to go to second. So that's going to be an error, a single, and an error on Charlie Moore. So a base hit for Smalley and an E9. First error on the Brewers, and they did have 3 errors in this game historically. So Smalley winds up at second base on the error. And now with the runner on second, here's the center fielder, Omar Moreno. 250 average, a homer, 17 RBIs. He got the call in center for this game. Smalley on at second, pitch from Vuckovich. 33, that's going to be a base hit. That's a single. That's going to be a single for Moreno, and it's a base hit to center field. A weak arm advances. An average, a strong arm, it's a risk. Well, the center fielder for the Brewers is Manning. He has an average arm. Smalley is going to hold it third. He's not going to try to risk it. And he'll go ahead and hold the third base with nobody out. And I think that's the right call. So a single for Moreno into center. And now here comes the catcher, Rick Cerrone. I got a feeling, to me, Rick Cerrone did a heck of a job taking over for Thurman Munson after his passing. I think Cerrone was a very serviceable catcher. 220 average, 2 homers, 22 RBIs in 83. Runners at the corner, still nobody out. And the Yankees have a 1-0 lead. They're going to call the infield in here for the Brewers. Vuckovich will pitch. 61, and that is going to be a strikeout. 1 down. And that is the second strikeout for Vuckovich. And that's out number 1. He'll get Cerrone. And now the top of the order, here's Randolph. Randolph got a single, stole a base and scored. Randolph does hit at the double plays. They're now going to play a double play depth. Vuckovich will now pitch to Randolph. Moreno did get the steal sign. I didn't do that, did I? He did get the steal sign when he got the single. And Moreno, Stolen base rating of 14. And Vuckovich, he's an average arm. So Moreno, he would not get, let's see, a 1-2. He doesn't get the jump. He doesn't get the jump. Moreno stays put. But now I'll check Willie Randolph for a hit and run, but with a runner on third, I'm not going to do it. Vuckovich will pitch. I'm now going to use a hit and runs. If I try for a steal and he does not get the jump, I will check to see if they'll do a hit and run. Vuckovich will pitch. So I get hit and runs on the board. 34, and that's going to be a base hit. It'll be a single. And that's going to be a base hit through the infield. So Smalley will come in to score. And Moreno, he'll hold at second base, and Randolph holds at first. It's 2-0 Yankees. Stadium groans. RBI single by Randolph will bring in the run. And now here's Griffey. Griffey is 0 for 1. Remember, Vuckovich is an 8 pitcher tonight. But right now, it's already 2-0 in favor of the Yanks. Vuckovich will pitch to Griffey. And 53, possible strikeout. The 19 says no. So now it's a possible range play, and it's a possible range play third base on a single. So that's the third baseman, and that is Molitor. Molitor wasn't too bad. His range is an 11. And he's got it. And that is a 5. And with runners at first and second, let's see what we get here on runners. Let's see. Runners at first and second of D20 odd. It's a ground ball double play. That's a 5, and that's what it is. So it's hit to Molitor. He's got it. Throws to second. Throws to first. Inning over. Double play. So that is a 5-4-3 twin killing, and it actually gets the Brewers out of the inning. 1 run on 3 hits and an error. And a good play by Molly at third. And we now go to the bottom of the second. Rags is back on the mound. Leading off for the Brewers will be the Milwaukee designated hitter, Ted Simmons. He's DHing tonight. Hall of Famer. 308 average, 13 homers, 108 RBIs. Hall's a very good, absolutely. Hall of Famer. Righetti will go ahead and pitch. 56, and that's going to be a strikeout. He got him, 1 away. Third strikeout for Rags. And Rags is a B pitcher tonight, but he'll get the K there. Not in fact using a catcher as a DH. That's what I thought. But yeah, he's the catcher because he's the DH because Yost is the catcher. Here's the left fielder, Mark Bruhard. 276 average, 7 homers, 23 RBIs. Righetti will pitch. 13, and that is an out. It's a fly ball to center. Easy play for Moreno, and he'll get it for out number 2. And here's the center fielder, Rick Manning. 229 average, 3 homers, 33 RBIs. Yeah, say that's suit up. He has no more DH. Righetti will pitch. And that's a 66. That's a 20. And he smacks that one into center field. And that's going to go all the way for a wall. That's going to be a double for Manning. So Manning will get the first hit of the game for the Brewers. He'll go to second. And now here is the catcher, Ned Yost. 224 average, 6 homers, and 28 RBIs for the Brewers that year. Manning on at second. 2 outs here, bottom of the second, 2-0 Yanks. Righetti will pitch. 52, possible strikeout. 17 is a no. So now that's going to be an error check, and that's going to be a possible error on the second baseman. It will be a possible 2-base error. Second baseman for the Yankees is Randolph. He didn't make many errors. His error rating is a 6. He won't make one here. Randolph has got it, takes his time, tosses it over, and retire the side at the ground. It will be a ground out to short. No runs and a hit for the Brewers. 2-0 after 2. The Yankees are in first place. They're 5.5 games ahead of the Baltimore Orioles. It looks like the Yankees are probably going to win this division unless they completely collapse or the Orioles just don't want to lose. The Milwaukee Brewers, they are right now 2.5 back of Detroit for third. Brewers can't afford to lose many more games. Top of the third inning, and Hall of Famer Dave Winfield. There's a real Hall of Famer, not that Harold Baines bum. Winfield got a double his first time up. Vuckovich will pitch. 16, and that's going to be an out, and it's going to be popped up. That's going to be a pop fly ball to short, and that'll be grabbed by Yount, and that is out number 1. Pop out to short. And now here's Nettles. Nettles is 0 for 1. Vuckovich will deal. 12. That's going to be an out. It's another ground. That's a ground out to short. That'll be again handled by Yount. And Yount tosses it over for out number 2. And now here's Baylor. Baylor walked his first time up. Oh no, the evil B word. Yep. Vuckovich will pitch. 34, and that is going to be a base hit. That'll be a single for Baylor, and he'll trot to first. So Baylor gets on base for the second time in the ball game. And the next batter is Kemp, and Kemp is 0 for 1. Because no one broadcast on WRJL would be complete without it. Baylor will be on first base. Vuckovich is going to pitch. And that's a 12, and that's an out. It's a fly to right. And Charlie Moore will get to this one, and he's got it, and that'll retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Yanks. We go to the bottom of the third. Leading off for the Brewers is the second baseman, Jim Gantner. And I keep on saying Gantner was a heck of a player. 282 average, 11 homers, 74 RBIs. In 83, Jim Gantner was a pretty good second baseman for the Brewers. Righetti will deal. And that's a 45, and that is going to be an out. And that's going to be a hard line drive right to right. And that'll be gloved there by Kemp for out number 1. That'll be a line out to right field. Hit hard, but right at Kemp. Here's Molitor. Molitor walked his first time up. Righetti, he will pitch. 12, and that's a fly. That's actually a grounder. That's an out. That'll be a ground ball to third. An easy play there for Nettles. And he will toss it over for out number 2. And now the batter is Moore. Moore has struck out his first time up. 2-0 Yankees, bottom of the third. Righetti with the pitch. 54. And that's going to be a bases empty. That's going to be off the wild chart. Fly ball, left field, roll versus error rating for an error. And that's going to left field, and that is Dave Winfield. Winfield didn't make many errors. His error rating is a 7. And his error rating is a 7. That's an 8. He will not make an error. That's going to be a fly ball. He will track that down, and Winfield will get it. And that'll be a fly out to left and retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Brewers. And still 2-0 Yanks after 3. Top of the fourth. And for the Yankees will be Roy Smalley. And he got a single on his first time up. Got an extra base on and an error and scored. 2-0 Yankees, top of the fourth here in a very big game here at County Stadium. John Haverly now joins us here at County Stadium. Vuckovich, 33, 1-17 is a single. That's a 5. It's a base hit, and Smalley will get another hit. So Smalley gets a single, and he's on first. And now here's Moreno, and Moreno got a single his first time up. Smalley not a threat to do anything here. Vuckovich is going to go ahead and pitch. And that's a 45, and that is going to be an out. And let's see what kind of out that is going to be. And it's going to be a fly out to center field. Grabbing at will be Manning, and he will make the play for out number 1. Now, notice it's a 45. Now, Vuckovich has walks all over here, but you got to check the batter card first, and Moreno on a 45 is out. So he is out on a 45 instead of drawing a walk. So that's 1 down, one of the nuances of Fall Classic. Here's Cerrone. He's 0 for 1. Smalley on it first. Vuckovich. 63, and that's going to be an out. Let's see what it is. And he is a righty, and that's going to be a ground ball to third base. And the runner on first will go to second. The only play he had was to first. So that's picked up there by Molitor, and he'll throw to first to get the out. 2 down. Smalley advances to second. And now here's Randolph. And Randolph is 2 for 2. He's got 2 singles. Vuckovich looking in here quickly against Randolph. Fans here at County Stadium know the Brewers definitely got to go ahead and get some runs here. Can't be losing many games or running out of time. Smalley will go ahead and stay at second base. Vuckovich will pitch. 66, and that's going to bring in a hard hit ball by Randolph. That's going to split the gap and roll to the corner. Smalley will come around. He will score. Randolph will slide into second base, and that is a double. It's 3-0 Yankees. Stadium groans. So Randolph has his second RBI of the game. He's now 3 for 3. And that was just a well-hit ball by Randolph. And now the batter is Griffey. Griffey is 0 for 2, though. Still 2 outs here in the fourth, but now 3-0 Yankees. Vuckovich, he'll pitch. And that's a 16. That's going to be an out. It's grounded to short. And the out will go ahead and get that and throw it over and retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits for the Yankees. Now a 3-0 lead here going in the bottom of the fourth. Dice Baseball Digest joins us here at County Stadium. Mr. Tony Porter, the guru of Fall Classic. Righetti back on the mound. Leading off for the Brew Crew will be Robin Yount, and he's 0 for 1. Righetti is a B pitcher tonight. Vuckovich is an A pitcher. Righetti, 23, and strikeout 1 to 4. That's a 12. Instead, that's not going to be a strikeout. That's going to be popped up. And first baseman Griffey says he'll take it, and he will, and that's out number 1. And now Cooper. Cooper is 0 for 1. Righetti, he'll pitch. And that's a 51, possible strikeout. 17 says no. So now it's a possible error on the first baseman. And the first baseman for the Yankees is Griffey. He was kind of average. His error rating is an 8. He will not make an error. Nice play by Griffey. Righetti will come over. Griffey will throw it to him and make the play. 2 down. Nice play by Griffey over at first to stay away from an exotic chart error. So now 2 away, and here's Simmons. Simmons is 0 for 1. Righetti settles in. He'll pitch. 46, that's off the ballpark. That's off the ballpark. That is a 3, and let's see, he's batting from the right side, and that's going to be a double for Simmons. Simmons goes ahead and smacks a double in County Stadium down the line, and Simmons will hold at second base. Just missed a possible bomb. But that is going to be a double for Simmons, and the Brewers will get another batter to bat, and it will be Brewhard. Brewhard is 0 for 1. Fans here at County Stadium hoping the Brewers can get back into this. They are down. They need to go ahead and get up and get some wins. Simmons on at second, pitch from Righetti. I'm out. I'm beginning to hate this dice tower. 51, and that's a possible strikeout. That is a 2. He's a B pitcher. 1 to 4. Called strike 3. Brewhard is out of there, and the inning is over. 4th strikeout for Righetti. No runs and a hit, and it stays 3-0 in favor of the Yankees. I'm going to hate this dice tower. Keep on shooting out. Keep on sticking falling dice. We go to the top of the 5th. And leading off for the Yanks will be Dave Winfield, and he's 1 for 2 with a double. First world problems. Vuckovich will go ahead and deal. And that's a 15. That's going to be an out. It's going to be grounded to third base. Molitor will get that. And over to first it goes, 1 down. Here comes Nettles. Nettles is 0 for 2. Vuckovich settles in. He'll pitch. 56, and that is going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. He'll get Nettles. And that is the third strikeout for Vuckovich. 2 away. And now the dangerous Baylor. Baylor is 1 for 1, a single and a walk. Vuckovich settles into Baylor. 45, and that will be a base on balls. He walked him. So Vuckovich walks Baylor. Second walk given up to him. And Baylor trots to first. And now here's Kemp. Kemp is 0 for 2. Baylor on at first base, still 2 outs. Vuckovich looking in on Kemp. Fans here at County Stadium hoping for a good pitch. And they're not going to get it. That's going to be a base hit. It'll be a single. Baylor on at first. It'll be a base hit to center field. Faster average advance. Baylor is fast. He'll make third. So a base hit by Kemp. And now the Yankees got a chance to maybe get another run before the inning ends. And it will bring up Smalley. Smalley is 2 for 2. 2 singles. Once again, Vuckovich gets 2 quick outs, and now he can't get the third one. Runners at the corners, 2 outs here at County Stadium. Smalley getting ready for the pitch. Vuckovich will deal. 26, and it's a base hit. Smalley gets another hit. That's a single. Baylor will score. And what will Kemp do? And that is a base hit through the infield into center field. First to third hold, so Kemp will hold at second base. Smalley holds at first. Another hit by Smalley. It's 4-0 Yankees. Stadium groans. So Smalley doing the job. And now runners at first and second. Vuckovich got 2 quick outs. And now we can't get in the inning. And now here's Moreno. Moreno's 1 for 2 with a single. Still 2 outs, but now 4-0 Yankees. The Brewers historically won this game 6-3. And yet Vuckovich is an A pitcher in this game. And Righetti is a B. Vuckovich will deal. 34, and that's going to be a base hit. It's a single off of Vuckovich. And it's a base hit to right field. Second to home, fast runner advances, slower average runner hold with 2 outs. It's an assist. So Kemp is going to try for home, and that ball is hit to right field. Going after that is Charlie Moore. His assist rating is a 3. A 1-3, Kemp is safe. 1-3, Kemp is out. No, he will score. Kemp will come in as the throw comes home, and he will score. Smalley will go to third on the throw. Moreno on first. It's now 5-0 Yankees. Stadium groans. RBI single by Moreno. And already 5-0 here. And here's Cerrone. And Vuckovich may be coming out of the game very soon. Cerrone is his tired batter here. 2 outs. Smalley on at third. Moreno on at first. Now 5-0 Yankees. Vuckovich will pitch. 53, possible strikeout. 14 is a no. So now it's a range play. And that is a possible double, but it's a chance for the center fielder. And going after that is Manning. Manning wasn't bad. His range is an 11. But he's not going to get it, and that's going to be a double for Rick Cerrone. And batter safe at second, and all runners advance 3 bases. Smalley will score. Moreno will score. Cerrone on at second. It's now 7-0 Yankees. Stadium groans. 2 RBI double by Cerrone, and that's it for Vuckovich. He gets 2 quick outs, then gives up a walk, single, double. And we'll see a new pitcher for the Brewers as he will leave with the L. And we'll see who they'll bring on to pitch. And I'll tell you, and let's see here. Coming on, well, we'll get a batter here first. Willie Randolph is next up. And he is 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. And coming on to pitch for the Brewers is going to be Jim Slayton. 14 wins, 6 losses, 5 saves. Slayton's going to come into pitch now, as they've seen enough. And he's going to be a B pitcher. So Jim Slayton will now pitch for the Brewers against Randolph. 7-0 Yankees here. Doesn't look like the Brewers are going to make any comeback, but we'll see. Slayton will pitch, still 2 outs. 41, and he walked him. That's ball 4. So it just doesn't matter what game engine I play. The first batter is usually walked, and that is a walk. And Randolph will trot to first. And now it'll bring up Griffey. Griffey is 0 for 3. Still 2 outs, top of the 5th. All of these runs are coming in with 2 outs. Slayton will pitch to Griffey. 42, and that's going to be ball 4. And the bases are loaded. So bases are loaded as Slayton coming in here, and he can't get anybody out. And now here comes Dave Winfield. Winfield is 1 for 3 with a double. Still 2 outs, top of the 5th, 7-0 Yankees. Slayton coming in, and he will pitch to Winfield. The fans here at County Stadium are still holding on for some hope. Pitch. And the hope on that roll just went goodbye. Because if any of them had any hope, that hope just ended. That is a 66. And Dave Winfield, well, he just sent this one packing because that is the second grand salami of this 1983 season. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is gone. Kablam! Grand slam! Dave Winfield. Stadium barfs. Yeah. Dave Winfield hits the second grand slam of this replay. We had one early in the season, and that is a 4-run bomb, and the Yankees now lead 11-0. And it's just not that kind of night. So now it's an 11-0 lead here in the 5th. As Jim Slayton just went ahead, that was just all Dave Winfield, who just sent that one out. All of these runs are with 2 outs. And now the batter is Nettles. And, of course, Winfield started the inning with a ground out. Slayton's still on the mound. Brewers are just going to let him pitch now. Pitch on the way. 13, and that's going to be an out, and that's going to be a hard line drive right to first, and that's going to be gloved by Cooper, and the inning is over. 8 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits, a grand slam by Dave Winfield, 3 walks. 11-0 Yankees going in the bottom of the fifth. Fans heading to Lambeau. Bottom of the fifth inning. We'll see if the Brewers can maybe mount a comeback, but I kind of doubt it. Rick Manning leads off for the Brew Crew. He has one for one, got a double his first time up. 11-0 in favor of the Yankees. 54, that's going to be off the wild chart. Bases empty, wild, fly ball, left field, roll for error rating versus error. Left fielder is Winfield. His error rating is a 7. And that is a 6. That's going to be an error. And that's off the exotic error chart. So we'll go to that real quick. That's off the outfielder exotic error chart, and that is a 10. Double plus error, batter safe at first. Runners advance 3 bases. Slow batter is out at third unless outfielder throws it away. Well, Manning is a fast runner. So that's not going to be, it's going to be a double plus error, batter safe at first, runners advance 3 bases. So that is your exotic error. So Manning will get a double, and that's going to be an E. That's going to be an, yeah, what was that here? That was left field. That's going to be an E7, and he will hold there. First error on the Yankees in the ball game. So now Manning on at third. Maybe the Brew Crew can make a run at it. Here's Yost. Yost is 0 for 1. Righetti will go ahead and pitch. Righetti, 12. That's an out. That is an out, and it's going to be a ground out to short, and the infield is not playing in, so it's going to be so Manning will score 6-3, and Yost is out, but it's 11-1. So the run does come in to score. So a grounder to short. Yost is done. Manning does score. It's 11-1, and the Brewers do get one back. Here comes the rally. Sports Time Machine. Utah Mike joins us here at County Stadium. Next batter is Gantner. Gantner is 0 for 1. Righetti, he'll set in and pitch. And that's a 42. And that's going to be ball 4. He'll walk him. Righetti is a B pitcher tonight, and he will walk Gantner. So Gantner draws a walk. It'll bring up Molitor. Molitor is 0 for 1 with a walk. 11-1 now here in the bottom of the fifth. Gantner on at first. 1 out. Righetti will deal. 23, and that's a swing and a miss. Struck him out. He gets Molitor. And that is strikeout number 5 for Rags. 2 away. And the next batter now is Moore. Moore is 0 for 2. Gantner on in first. 11-1 now. Righetti will pitch. And 33, it's a base hit. Moore will get a single. And that's going to be a base hit through the infield into center field. Gantner is going to hold at second base. So he holds at second. And why would you try to maybe do anything? You got to get something to get back into this. So Moore gets his first hit of the ball game. And the next batter is Yount. Yount is 0 for 2. Still 2 outs. Timeout 1 second here. All right, so Gantner on at second, Moore on at first, but 2 outs here. Rags will continue to pitch. He'll deal with Yount. 61, and that'll do it. That'll be a swing and a miss. Struck him out, and the inning is over. And that is the 6th K for Righetti. But 1 run on 2 hits and 1 error on the ball game. It's now 11-1 after 5. So sorry for the blowout tonight, guys. We go to the top of the sixth. Jim Slayton's going to stay out there, and why not? You're down by 10 runs. Yankee DH Don Baylor leads off, and he is 1 for 1, singled and walked twice. Slayton is a B pitcher, by the way. Slayton will pitch to Baylor. 54, that's off the base, that's off the wild chart. It's going to be a single to right field. Now roll for an error rating. Right fielder is Kemp. His error rating is a 5. He didn't make many errors. He won't make that one there. And Baylor, not Baylor, right field is more. His error rating is a 6, but still not an error. And Baylor is will hold there. So a single for Baylor, his second hit of the game. The batter now is Kemp, and Kemp is 1 for 3. Davonine GLA joins us here at County Stadium. So still nobody out, top of the sixth, 11-1 Yankees. Baylor on at first. Slayton will pitch. 25, that's going to be an out. And that is going to be, he is batting left. That's going to be a ground ball to second base. Fielder's choice at second. Fast runner safe at second. So Baylor is actually going to be safe at second. He is a fast runner. So that means the only play is going to be to first. So there was no way they were going to get Baylor. They throw to first to get the out, and that's out number 1. So runner moves on a ground out to second. And now here's Smalley. Smalley having a heck of a game tonight. Smalley's 3 for 3, 3 singles. Slayton sets up. He'll pitch to Smalley. And 14, and that's going to be an out. That is going to be an out, and it's going to be a fly ball to right field. Baylor will stay at second base for out number 2. And now here's Moreno. And Moreno is 2 for 3 tonight, 2 singles. Moreno having a pretty good night. So Baylor on at second. Slayton, this is his last inning anyway. Slayton's going to go ahead and pitch. 65, and that is a 10. Now Slayton is a B pitcher. Home run 1-12. Moreno, however, is a -8. So that would be a 1-4. That's a 10. That is going to be a hard line drive right to center field. And that's going to stay in the ballpark. Manning's going to make the catch and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Yankees. Yankees have gotten a hit in every inning so far. We'll go to the bottom of the sixth. Cecil Cooper leads off for the Brewers, and he is 0 for 2. Righetti pitching a heck of a job tonight. Doing a good job tonight here as we now go to the bottom of the sixth. Rags will pitch. And 53, possible strikeout. The 18 says no. So now it's a range play, and it will be an infield single on a range play for the shortstop, and that is Smalley. His range was, His range is a 6. Nope, that's going to be a base hit. Cooper will be safe. So a single pass short, and the Brewers have a runner on. It'll now bring up Simmons. Simmons is 1 for 2 with a double. Cooper on it first. He's not going to do anything. Brewers down 11-1 tonight. Righetti with the deal. 65. That is 65. Righetti, a 1-4. As a B pitcher, a 1-4 be a home run. Nothing from Simmons. That's a 3. That's gone. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. Home run, Ted Simmons. And he gets the Brewers a little closer. It's now 11-3. Wow, Righetti just missed that, giving up the home run. A 1-4 is a home run as a B pitcher, because he's an A pitcher. He would have been an A. If he was an A pitcher, he wouldn't have given it up. It is now 11-3. Here comes the rally. So Simmons hits one deep and gone. And now the batter is Brewhard. Brewhard is 0 for 2. Now an 11-3 ball game. Righetti is not tired. Righetti will pitch to Brewhard. He's 0 for 2. Pitch. 46, that's off the ballpark. And guess what? We're going to have back-to-back jacks. Because off the ballpark, Brewhard is a righty, and one that bats right, a 1-2 is a home run. That is a 2. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is gone. Home run, Mark Brewhard. Back-to-back jacks. Stadium cheers a little bit. Yay. Back-to-back jacks, and now it's 11-4. And they go talk to Righetti on the mound real quick and say, hey, look, man, come on. You got a big run lead. Let's hold on to it. 11-4 now, and still nobody out. A single and 2 bombs. And here's Manning. Yankee bullpen is beginning to warm up a little bit. Righetti will pitch to Manning. And that's a 54. That's, again, off the wild chart. And strike 3 of catcher range rating G as he frames the pitch. The catcher for the Yankees is Cerrone. He has an N. Home N gets strike 3. Away N gets ball 4. It's ball 4. Manning goes to first. What is going on here? Here come the Brewers. Manning 2 for 2 with a walk. And now the Yankee bullpen is actually beginning to warm up. And here's Yost. Yost is 0 for 2. So Manning on at first. Still no one out in the bottom of the 6th. 11-4 Yankees. XSG2 says pull them. The problem is I do not have a lot of relievers for the Yankees in this game. I got to be very careful with that. So I'm not pulling him yet. Righetti will pitch. 66, and that's going to be a double for Ned Yost. Will it score Manning? That's going to be a double to left field. First to home will hold. 2 outs assist, batter to third. Manning is going to hold at third base. Yost is at second base, and now runners at second and third and no one out. With 2 outs, there is assist. There isn't 2 outs, and they'll hold. So now Yost gets a double, and now here's Gantner. Gantner is 0 for 1 with a walk. Manning on at third, Yost on at second. XSG2 says pull him. That'll be it for Righetti. He's done. So they're going to yank Righetti with a 7-run lead, but maybe XSG2 is right. Righetti leaves with a W, and the Yankees are going to go ahead and bring in a pitcher. And they're going to go with, he says bring in Gossage. I don't know if you bring him in yet. It's only the 6th inning. I'd probably rather bring in Frazier in this case. But, SG2 says Frazier is fine. So here comes George Frazier. He's going to be the new Yankee pitcher. 4 wins, 4 losses, 8 saves, a 121 whip. 11-4. Frazier is going to be a B pitcher, just like Righetti. I'm thinking I may just, instead of rolling whatever their pitcher, I may just keep everybody in that ring, but who knows. Frazier will come on to pitch to Gantner. Runners at second and third, and no, you don't walk him, and no, you don't walk him to pitch to Molitor. Frazier, the infield is going to play back. Frazier will pitch. 23, and that's an out. That's going to be an out. Gantner batting from the left side Runners at second and third. Runners advance, batter out. So Gantner will be out at first. They'll make sure they get the full out. Manning will score. Yost to third. And now it's 11-5. As Gantner does bring in a run. The Brewers did get 6 runs in this game historically. So they do bring in the run. The ground out to third. And now here's Molitor. So now 1 out. Yost on at third base. And Molitor now at the plate. Now it's an 11-5 ball game. Frazier, he'll go ahead and pitch to Molly. 42, and that is going to be ball 4. He walked him. So now he walks Molitor. And right now, the Yankee pitching staff is suddenly falling apart. And here comes Moore. Moore is 1 for 3. 1 out here. Frazier will pitch to Moore. Yost on at third. Molitor on at second. Infield is back for double play. Frazier will go ahead and pitch. 12. And a 1-14 is a walk. That's a 1. He walked Moore. Holy cow, Brewers are just getting runners on base. Another walk given up by Frazier, and here is Yount. Yount is 0 for 3. Still 1 out. Bottom of the 6th, now 11-5. Frazier will pitch to Yount here. Fans at County Stadium suddenly once again interested in the ball game. Frazier will pitch to Yount. 43, and let's see. A 1-6 is a walk. That's a 15, and that is going to be an out. And let's see. That's going to be a line out to first base. That's a 3. Runner on second or first is doubled off if less than 2 out. There is less than 2 out. So it's a line out to first, and Charlie Moore is doubled off, and the inning is over. Wow. And I'll show you the rule here. Line out to first will refer to white die from original roll. And if the roll is number 3, and it is, runner on second or first is doubled off if less than 2 out. There was 1 out, and that's going to be an L3 unassisted, and the inning is over. What a way to kill a rally. 4 runs on 4 hits, 3 walks, 2 homers back-to-back by Simmons and Brewhard, and it's now 11-5 after 6. What a way to kill a rally. We go to the top of the 7th. Rick Cerone leads off for the Yankees. Slayton is done. Brewers are going to go to the bullpen here. And they are going to go with... They will go with... Coming on to pitch for the Brewers is going to be Tom Tellman. 9 wins, 4 losses, 8 saves, a 131 whip. And Tellman is going to be an A pitcher. So Tellman will come on and he will pitch, and he'll go up against Rick Cerone. Tellman can pitch to 12 batters. We'll see how many he goes here. They got to add another column to the scorecard. So Rick Cerone leads off against Tellman. Top of the 7th, 11-5 Yankees. Pitch underway, 53, possible strikeout. 14 says no, and that's now a range play. And that'll be a hit to center field for a possible single. Going after that is Manning. He wasn't bad. His range is an 11, and he's got it. 1 out. Nice play by Rick Manning to take a possible hit away from Cerone. And now here's Randolph. Randolph is 3 for 3, 2 singles, a double, and a walk. Tellman will pitch. 15, and that's an out. It's a grounder to second base. taken care of by Gantner. He throws it over for out number 2. Here's Griffey. Griffey is 0 for 3 with a walk. Some of you guys were wondering why a lot of the Fall Classic scores were low scoring. Here's an 11-5 game. So I think you guys don't have to worry about that. Tellman will pitch. Sometimes the dice just roll that way. 24, hit by pitch, 1-3. That's a 14. That's not going to be a hit batter. That's going to be grounded to second base. And Gantner will get to that one as well and retire the side. That is the first time the Yankees have been retired in order in this game. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we have a very big 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Normally, I try to go ahead and switch teams around. Tonight's game between the Yankees and the Brewers is pretty big. Tomorrow night's game between the Tigers and the Brewers is even bigger, and we're gonna stay here at County Stadium for another game. But this time they'll be facing the Detroit Tigers on September 9th. This will be inside pitch. The Tigers and the Brewers played a doubleheader on the 9th. We're going to play the first game. The Tigers and the Brewers, it will be Jack Morris going for the Tigers and Moose Haas going for the Brewers. A huge game tomorrow. If you think this game is big for the Brewers, tomorrow's game is even bigger. Depending on what 10-minute ticker does tonight, it's very possible that series between the Tigers and the Brewers could very much virtually eliminate the Brew Crew from maybe making the postseason. Huge game tomorrow night. Tigers and the Brewers here at County Stadium. Jack Morris versus Moose Haas. That'll be tomorrow night on Inside Pitch. Bottom of the 7th here. This game is really not over yet. It is 11-5 in favor of the Yankees, but it's not over yet. Frazier is going to stay on the mound. Leading off for the Brewers will be Cecil Cooper, and he's 1 for 3. So Frazier will go ahead and pitch to Cooper. And 56, and that is going to be a swing and a miss, struck him out. And Cooper goes down on strikes for out number 1. One down, here's Simmons. Simmons hit a 2-run bomb his last time up. He's 2 for 3. Home run and a double. Frazier, 54. That is going to be off the wild chart. And it says go to Wilder chart, new card. So now we go to bases empty Wilder. Stretching single into a double. Refer to center field arm rating and roll a D6. Strong arm gets batter out 1 to 5. Average arm gets the out 1 to 3. Weak arm gets batter out on a 1. Well, the center fielder for the Yankees is Moreno. He has an average arm. So a 1 to 3, Simmons is out. He is 2 outs, and I don't know what Simmons was thinking. I have no idea what Simmons was thinking. But Simmons is out trying to stretch a single into a double, and he is out of there. And there are 2 down. So he will get credit for a single. He's now a triple short of the cycle, but he is out at second base, 2 down. And now here's Breward. Breward is 1 for 3. He had a bomb also. Back-to-back jacks. Frazier will pitch. 35, and that is going to be an out. And it will be a comebacker right back to Frazier. Frazier will go ahead and get it, throw it over to first, and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Brewers. Probably took themselves out of the inning on that play. 11 to 5 after 7. Top of the 8th coming up. Tellman will stay on the mound. And here comes Dave Winfield. Winfield is 2 for 4, a double and a grand slam. Second grand slam of this season. I forget who hit the first. I know that was, if I'm correct, I think that was in the first game of this season. Real quick. Hold on. I forget who hit that one. I know someone hit a bomb. I know that was inside pitch too, but who hit that? Let's see, who hit that bomb? I know we had a grand slam early in the year. Real quick, if I can find it. And that was... Who hit that? I know I had a grand slam early in the season. I know I did. I forget what it was. I know I wrote it down here. I'll have to check. But I know that Winfield has the second grand slam of the season. So Tellman will pitch to Winfield. 32, and that is going to be an out. It'll be a ground ball to third. An easy play handled by Molitor, and that's out number 1. Here's Nettles. Nettles is 0 for 4, one of the only black players to not join the hit parade tonight. Tellman with the pitch. 53, possible strikeout. The 11 is a no, so now it's a range play, and that is going to be a range check on the center fielder with a possible double. So it's a range play for Rick Manning. Manning going after that. His range is an 11. A 1 to 11, he'll make the play. That's a 20. That's going to be a double for Nettles as Manning couldn't get to it. So Nettles gets his first hit of the game. So only one player has yet to get a hit, and that's Ken Griffey, although he did get on with a walk. So Nettles on at second, and now the batter is Baylor. Baylor is 2 for 2, 2 singles and 2 walks. After further review with Steve Tower joins us here at County Stadium. I'm pretty sure Steve Tower is ready to play this new season of the New England Minutemen in History Maker Baseball America. So don't forget, for you guys that love History Maker Baseball, Steve Tower is the guru of History Maker. So definitely check him out. Whereas I'm the guru of Inside Pitch, and Tony Porter is the guru of Fall Classic, Steve Tower is the guru of History Maker. Make sure you check it out. He's starting a new season very soon. I can't wait. Tellman will pitch to Baylor here, 1 out, top of the 8th. 54, that's off the 54 chart again. Boy, that's getting a lot of use tonight. And men on base, wild pitch or pass ball, refer to pitcher's wild pitch rating, and if it's a 5, it's a wild pitch. Well, Tellman, his pitching rating is a 1-14, and that is going to be a wild pitch. Now, Ned Yost, his pass ball rating is that would be his pass ball rating is 1-3, and that is a 5. So I'm going to say that is a wild pitch. So a wild pitch by Tellman, and Nettles will go to third. And we'll do it again. So now runner on third. Infield now playing in. Brewers thinking they may have a chance. Who's the guru of life? There is no guru of life. Tellman will pitch. 24, hit by pitch, 1-12, and a 0. That's a 1, and he hit Baylor anyway. And Baylor gets the steal sign as well. So he hits Baylor. So now runners at first and third. The batter now is Kemp. Kemp is 1 for 4 with a single. Baylor on at first. He got the steal sign. I don't think you do. I think you got a 6-run lead. I think you let your batters hit. Tellman's going to pitch. Again off the 54 chart. And that's going to be men on base, wild pitch or pass ball. Refer to pitcher's wild pitch rating. And if a 3, it falls within the range. Well, actually, Ned Yost's pass ball rating is a 1-3. I'm going to call that a pass ball, and the runners will move up and score. Nettles will score. Baylor goes to second. It's 12-5 in favor of the Yankees. Stadium groans. So now it's a 12-5 ball game. So Baylor goes to second. And Kemp still at the plate. Now the infield will move back with the Yankees holding on to a 12-5 lead. Tellman will pitch to Kemp. 25, that's an out. And we're going to be a fly out to right field. Second to third advance, strong, slow runner holds. Baylor's a fast runner. He's going to go to third. So now 2 away on a fly out to right field. It'll bring up Smalley. Smalley's had a heck of a night tonight. Smalley 3 for 4 with 3 singles. Baylor on at third. Tellman will pitch to Smalley. 2 outs here. Now 12-5. 53, that's a possible strikeout. The 5 says no. Now it's a possible range play. And that's to the second base. Second baseman for the Brewers is Gantner. Gantner wasn't too bad. His range is an 11. But he won't make that. It's going to be a base hit, and Baylor will score. That's going to be a single, and Smalley will head to first. And now it is 13-5 in favor of the Yankees. Just not the Brewers' night. As right now the Yankees came to play, and it does show you that a B pitcher can beat an A pitcher. So now it's 13-5 on an RBI single by Smalley, his 4th hit of the game. And now here's Moreno. Still 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Tellman, he's there to stay on the mound. Actually, no, he's done. That'll be it for Tellman. That's it. Brewers will go to the bullpen. They've seen enough, and they'll bring on a new pitcher for it. And it will be, they're going to go with Bob Gibson. No, not that Bob Gibson. 3 wins, 4 losses, 2 saves, a 146 whip. And Gibson is going to be a B pitcher. So Gibson is a B. And he'll pitch to Moreno here and now take over, probably maybe for the rest of the ball game. So here's Bob Gibson now against Moreno, 2 outs. 51, possible strikeout, the 3, and he is a B pitcher. KD 1-3, got him, and the inning is over. That'll be a strikeout for Gibson, but 2 runs, 2 hits, a wild pitch, a pass ball, and a hit batter. Pretty much had everything in this inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Rick Manning leads off for the Brewers. George Frazier coming out of the game. Yankees are going to go to the pen. And they are going to go with... They're going to bring out the Goose. Coming on to pitch for the Yankees will be Rich Goose Gossage. The Goose is loose. 13 wins, 5 losses, 22 saves. Gossage there, maybe just to get some innings in there. And he is going to be a C pitcher, so could be interesting. So Rich Gossage will now pitch for the Yankees, probably the 8th and the 9th innings. So here's Manning. Manning is 2 for 2, 2 doubles and walked. Gossage with the pitch. 26 against a righty. It's a base hit, and it is. Manning gets a single. So Manning gets his 3rd hit of the ball game, and here comes Yost. Yost is 1 for 3, and question is he going to let him bat? Let me see here. I mean, I don't want to move Simmons. Do I have another catcher here? I don't know if I do. And I don't. Yost has to bat. Remember, we do have September call-ups, but the Yankees and the Brewers didn't have that many players on this roster at this time. Manning on it first. Gossage will pitch. 21, struck him out, got him. They'll go ahead and get Yost. Gossage had 90 Ks in 83. 1 down. Here comes Gantner. Gantner is 0 for 2 with a walk. Manning on it first. Gossage will deal. 14, and that is an out X, which means it's an automatic ground ball. That's going to be an automatic ground out and double play. Gantner hitting from the left side, so that's going to be a grounder to second. Taken care of there is Randolph over to Smalley, over to Griffey, and the inning is over. 4-6-3 double play, and that will do it. No runs and a hit for the Brewers. 13-5 still in favor of the Yankees. We go to the 9th. Yankees have a 13-5 lead in this ball game. Rick Cerrone will lead off for the Yanks. He is 1 for 4 with a double. Gibson staying on the mound. He's a B pitcher. 23, struck him out. 1 down. He'll go ahead and get Cerrone on a big K there. And now it'll bring up Randolph. Randolph is 3 for 4. Single, double, and walk. Gibson, 12. And that's ball 4. Randolph walked him. So Gibson draws a walk off of Randolph's card, and Randolph will trot to first. Second walk for Randolph. And Randolph will hold, and now here's Griffey. Griffey is the only player that doesn't have a hit yet in this game for the Yankees. He's 0 for 4, but he did walk. He did get on base and score. So 1 out. Griffey will now go up against Gibson. 22, and there's your base hit. That's a single. Base hit for Griffey. And it's a base hit to center field. Randolph is going to hold at second base. So Griffey gets on the hit parade. And so now every player in the Yankee lineup has a hit. And now here's Winfield, and Winfield has the biggest hit, a grand slam earlier in the game. He is 2 for 5, a double and a grand bomb. Randolph on at second, Griffey on at first. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Gibson will pitch. 13, and that's going to be an out X, and that's going to be an automatic ground out double play. Hitting from the right side, it's grounded to short. Up with it is Yount, throws to second, throws to first. Double play, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, and a walk. And the Yankees lead it 13-5. But will we see some ninth inning magic? Does anybody really think that the Brewers can score 9 runs in the bottom of the ninth? Rich Gossage is going to be out there, and he's probably going to stay out there as long as he needs to. It is the top of the order for the Brewers. Here's Paul Molitor, and he is 0 for 2, but has walked twice. 13-5. Fans here at County Stadium, the ones that are still here hoping against hope that the Brewers can maybe come back and get the win. Pitch, 46. That's off the ballpark. That's an 11, and that's going to be a foul ball in the foul territory. First baseman Griffey's going to get to it. He's going to make the play, and that's going to be a pop out to first, 1 away. Now here's Moore. Moore is 1 for 3, a single and a walk. Pitch from the Goose. 26 against the lefty would be a base hit. But Gossage is a righty, and instead it's going to be a fly ball to center. Moreno will come under it, 2 away. And now the last chance for the Brewers will be Robin Yount. And Yount is 0 for 4. Yount involved in a big-time rally killer when the Brewers were getting some runs. But Gossage is getting ready to deal, and here comes the pitch. 14, and that's going to be an out. It's going to be a ground ball to second base. Randolph has got it. Pumps once, pumps twice, throws to first. That's your game. Yankees go ahead and bomb the Brewers tonight, 13-5. Stadium barfs. Yeah. 1, 2, 3 inning, and it will be a win for the Yankees tonight, and they will go to 89-47. The Brewers now drop to 78-59, and now they're hoping that 10-minute ticker goes a little bit their way. But a big win for the Yankees tonight as they come out swinging and getting the big runs. Final line score coming up. For the Yankees, 13 runs, 17 hits, 1 error. For the Brewers, 5 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. The winning pitcher is Dave Rags Righetti, obviously. Pete Vuckovich will get the loss. And there will be Gossage will get a hold, but Frazier did allow a few runs, so he will not. But Gossage will get a hold. So the Yankees will go ahead and take a 13-5 win into the game. And we'll see what 10-minute ticker has to say. So don't go away. We're not done. Well, that's what I guess you call an old-fashioned butt kicking. And I really expected maybe a better game. But we didn't get one tonight. But the Yankees will take the win, I'm pretty sure. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Yankees get a 13-5 win on the Brew Crew. They'll get the win here. Let's see how the rest of the majors does as we move on into the pennant race. September 6th, Boston at Baltimore. The Orioles are now 6 back. Let's see. Boston 12-25, and that's 3. Orioles 22-31, that's 5, and the Orioles will not lose a game to the Yankees. Oakland at the White Sox. White Sox have a 10-game lead in the American League West. Oakland 765, that is 8. White Sox 1725, that's 4. And the A's will actually get a win. Seattle at Kansas City. Mariners 263, and that's 6. Royals 1161, that's 7. A win for the Royals. Minnesota at Texas. The Rangers are 3 games under 500. They still have a shot. Twins 731, and that is 3. Rangers 1453, and that's 6. Big win for the Rangers. Angels and the Blue Jays. California is 5 games under 500 in third, but the Blue Jays at this moment, I'm not figuring them in. They have fallen back too far in the American League East. Angels 1032, and that is 3. Blue Jays 1625, and that is 4. The Jays will get the win, though. Padres and the Dodgers. The Padres are 1 game back of the Dodgers. The Dodgers are in second. The Padres are in third. Padres 12-14, that's 2. Dodgers 853, and that is 5. A win for the Dodgers. Cubs and the Expos. Montreal 2.5 back of the Phillies for first. Cubs 545, and that is 4. Expos 1054, that is 6. And the Spos will get the win. Phillies and the Mets. The Phillies are now 2 games ahead of Montreal. Phillies 113, that is 0. Mets 0-54, and that is 4. And my Mets will get a happy recap. Reds and the Giants. Reds 125, that is 2. Giants 12-53, and that is 6. A win for the G-Men. Pirates and the Cardinals. Pirates are in third. They're 5 games under 500. Pirates have got to get wins. Pirates 9-22, and that's 2. Cardinals 9-61, and that is 6. And that's a tough loss for the Pirates. On to September 7th, Boston at Baltimore. Red Sox 746, and that is 5. Orioles 1351, and that is 6. And the Orioles will get the win. Oakland and the White Sox. Athletics 1234, and that is 4. White Sox 1542, that's 5. The Pale Hose will win it. Detroit at Cleveland in a doubleheader. 2 big games for the Tigers. Tigers 1456, and that is 7. Indians 911, that's 0. Tigers take the first. Tigers 1444, and that is 5. Indians 925, and that is 3. And the Tigers win both. And with Milwaukee losing tonight, that was huge. Seattle at Kansas City. Mariners 336, and that is 3. Royals 625, and that's 2. A win for the M's. Yankees at the Brewers. With the Tigers winning 2 games here, Brewers got to get a victory. Yankees 13-13, and they're going to get that. That is 1. Milwaukee 861, and that is 6. The Brewers will come back and get a win. Minnesota at Texas. Twins 462, and that is 6. Rangers 946, that is 5. And the Twins will take a tough win against the Rangers. Angels and the Blue Jays. Angels 1224, and that is 3. Blue Jays 1541, and that is 5. And the Jays will get the win. Reds and the Dodgers. Reds 455, that's 5. Dodgers 1336, that is 5, and they're going to extras. Reds roll a 3, plus 1 is 4. Dodgers roll a 4, plus 2 is 6. And that game will go to the Dodgers. Cubs and the Expos. Cubs 521, that's 2. Expos 1364, that's 8. And the Expos get closer to the Phillies. Phillies and the Mets. Phillies 665, that is 8. Mets minus 233, that is 2. And the Phillies will stay where they are against over the Expos. Astros and the Padres. The Astros are one game over 500. This is a big series between the Astros and a big game here between the Astros and the Padres. Astros 711, that is 0. Padres 432, that is 3. The Padres get the win, and once again, the Astros are back to 500. Atlanta and the Giants. Atlanta 564, that is 7. Giants 651, that is 5. And the Braves get a little closer to clinching the National League West. Pirates and the Cardinals. Pirates 823, and that's 2. Cardinals 646, that is 4, and that's a win for the Redbirds, and that really hurts the Pirates. On to September 8th, California and the White Sox. Angels 522, that is 2. White Sox 1914, that is 2. And those guys are going to play extras. California rolls a 4, minus 2 is 2. White Sox roll a 1 plus 0, and the Angels are going to win the game. Yankees and the Brewers. Yankees 1455, that is 7. Brewers 1833, and that's 5. And the Yankees will beat the Brewers again. Reds and the Dodgers. Reds 054, that's 4. Dodgers 122, that's 1. That game belongs to the Reds. Astros and the Pirates, again a big game. Astros 1042, that is 4. Padres 813, that is 1. And the Astros again get back to over 500. Atlanta and the Giants. Braves 1534, that is 4. Giants 1256, that is 7. And that is a win for the G-Men. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to stay here at County Stadium for one more game, and it's a pretty big one. The Detroit Tigers will take on the Milwaukee Brewers. Jack Morris, the Cat, will be going for the Tigers. Moose Haas goes for the Brewers. Very important game. It was the first game of a doubleheader, and we're going to play it, and it's big. Morris, Haas, Detroit, Milwaukee. A chance for the Tigers to take a stranglehold on third place. What will happen? It will be inside pitch. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The New York Yankees open up the Bronx bombing doors and absolutely bomb the Brewers into submission. 13-5. Yankees win. Yankees win. Yankees win. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.